Alright, today we're making a cringe tier list. I'm gonna rank every Pokemon by how cringe I think either the Pokemon is or the players that are playing it, how cringe they are. This is not meant to offend anyone. This is a for fun thing. Please don't attack me in the comments if your main is cringe. It just is what it is, alright? So, let's get it started. Who's the king of cringe? So, we have 3 categories. A cringe Pokemon and the player who plays it are cringe. It's like, the mechanics of a Pokemon are not bad, but if the player makes it seem like the Pokemon is cringe, alright? That's how it is. And the king is for sure Sableye. Sableye goes into the top list for now. That is for sure one of the Pokemon that has to be there. Alright, Cinderace. Cinderace is not cringe by definition, it's just the players that make it cringe. 100%, it's the player. Garchomp is a base Pokemon, 100%. Garchomp players are based, except Potato is pretty cringe. But that's not Garchomp's fault. Garchomp is very based. Gengar's a difficult one. Do we think Gengar's a cringe Pokemon? I feel like all speedsters are have at least a different, at least a bit of level of cringe in it, right? I think Gengar's probably a bit cringe. Like, Hex is pretty annoying, you know, one-shotting everything, resetting. Cramorant, based. Cram is based. Ninetales is kinda cringe. But not a bad cringe. But kinda cringe. Wigglytuff. Honestly, I'm gonna get so much hate if I put Wigglytuff up here. I'm gonna get so much hate. But, oh, Wigglytuff. The players who play Wigglytuff make it seem like a cringe Pokemon and it's cringe at the same time. I'm gonna get so much hate for this. I'm gonna get so much hate for this. I'm sorry, Povi. Oh no, I'm gonna get so much hate. Machamp, based. Absol, I feel like Absol is based. It's annoying, but I think it doesn't have any, insanely broken mechanics. Slowbro is a cringe Pokemon for its Unite move. Mr. Mine's pretty based. Venusaur's pretty based. Lucario is a cringe player because every player thinks they're Overlord and they make it, you know, they want to be Overlord. Like, that's literally it. The players make Lucario seem cringe because they think they're Faker, Overlord, whatever you want to call it, and they, you know, you guys know what I'm talking about. You guys know exactly what I'm talking about. Talonflame is cringe players as well. I think the Pokemon, Fly is annoying, and, you know, backcapping is annoying, but it's kind of the player who maneuvers it, right? So I would say Talon is probably a cringe player kind of thing, where the player makes the Pokemon look cringe. Eldegoss. Again, I've explained it. Eldegoss players, they will auto-take you until either Eldegoss dies or you die. That's Eldegoss players. But the ones that downplay attack speed items, go into wholesome, okay? The ones that play Muscle Band, Rapid Fire Scarf, X-Attack, and Red Emblems like I do, they make Eldegoss seem cringe. Alright, so it's kind of mixed between. If you don't play attack speed items, you just play normal, you're wholesome. If you go for Muscle, Rapid Scarf, all attack speed items, you make Eldegoss look cringe. So yeah, I mean, I'm also, you know, I'm not denying that I'm not cringe myself, man. Greninja, Cinderace, it's the same as Cinderace. These always go hand in hand in any discussion, straight up, I mean. Crustle as well. I think now Crustle is based, but Crustle used to be cringe because it was only a backcap Pokemon. But it has changed. It's no longer a Pokemon that just runs around and scores, right? It's completely gone. So I don't think Crustle is cringe anymore. It used to be, but Crustle has evolved into a base Pokemon. Is that fair? It used to be cringe. Back when you played Goal Getter, Score Sheet, ran around, scored, it was cringe. Because that's the only way you played it. Snorlax, pretty based. It is annoying, but it doesn't have any, broken mechanics. Block, I mean, you know it's based. Charizard. It's either this or this. It's either double cringe or just player cringe. It's either double cringe or player cringe. Might only be player cringe. I mean, the Unite move is, yeah, but you have more counter. You have fine counterplay to it at some point, at least. So, yeah. Pikachu is, I mean, that's the difference, right? Volt Tackle is cringe. And Pikachu players are also cringe, so I'm gonna put it up here. It's double cringe. Pika players are cringe, and Voltackle is cringe. If you play Thunderbolt, you are somewhere here, alright? Voltackle is up here. Maybe I should like do it by move, but I can't really do it by move. So I go by what's maybe the most cringe thing. Zaora, cringe play. Zaora, White Charge. White Charge and Spark is pretty cringe. I have to say it. It's pretty cringe. And the players who play Zaora also cringe. So double cringe. Oh man. God of War are based. God of War players are based. Blissey players. I swear that Blissey players make Blissey seem cringe. So, I swear, like, Blissey players think they're like the best thing in the entire world. I'm just saying it. Blissey players have a god complex. And they make you literally seem like they make it look as well, right? Like, am I wrong for saying that Blissey players have a god complex? Am I wrong? God, I'm gonna get so much hate for this. Oh no, please don't. I think Blastoise is pretty based, but it has some annoying mechanics, but I think overall it's pretty based. Mamoswine is a difficult one. Mamoswine is a difficult one, but it might be a cringe Pokemon. It just stuns way too much, man. On every basic attack. If your Pokemon stuns on basic attacks, it's already quite difficult not to be cringe. Sylveon, yeah, I mean, Sylveon's pretty based, right? The only problem is like Mystic Fire players make it seem a bit cringe, but Sylveon's pretty based. Greedent is both cringe players and cringe Pokemon. I think there's no discussion. The Decidueyes are just players making it seem cringe, but I mean, I don't know. Probably player for the Decidueye, right? Like the player makes it seem cringe. Serena, it has an annoying Unite move, but I think it's totally fine. I think Serena's currently based. I think Dragonite's pretty based. Trevenant, it stuns a lot as well, but it's not like a Mamoswine. Like, I don't know. But man, it's pretty... like, Pokemon that stun this much, like, it just... It's difficult. It's difficult. Outright Dragonite's cringe? I wouldn't say so. Is Owl based? Maybe Owl is actually based. But like, Spirit Shackle is pretty annoying as well, but like... The Decidueye is difficult. Owl is based. Aegislash is based. Hoopa is cringe player. It's the same as Eldegoss, same category. They just want to ruin your day. They just want to be as annoying as possible. They perma-auto-attack you until the end of time. Duraludon is cringe player. I would say that put it in base, but because every Duraludon rips Rayquaza on spawn, it's cringe player. Straight up, right? I think that's no discussion. If Duraludon mains would not rip Rayquaza on spawn every single game, it would be based. But the players make it seem cringe. So you guys understand how this tier list works, right? Right? Azumarill, based. Espeon, I would say based. I think Espeon is based. Delphox is based. Glaceon is cringe Pokemon. Straightforward. Buzzwole, cringe Pokemon. Too many stuns. Tyranitar is difficult. Where's Tyranitar? I mean, probably based, right? Like, it's just, I mean, it's like, yeah. Tyranitar players are weird, but... do the players make it seem cringe? I don't think so. I think it's fine. Mew is a difficult one. I don't think Mew is based or wholesome. So Mew might actually be double cringe, because the players also think they have... Like, I think Mew players also have got complex. And it's impossible to reach or ever KO this Pokemon. And again, it's another Pokemon where the players just have got complex.
My champion returns.
Yeah, Dediverse, thank you for the 6 months. Dodrio goes in double cringe, easy. Dodrio is easy double cringe, not even close, have to be discussed. Scizor is pretty based. Clefable is cringe Pokemon. It's just Gravity. Gravity is absolute cringe, and it's absolute cringe. Zoroark, I mean, It's another God Complex Pokemon. And it has pretty cringe mechanics. Like, you can't catch it. It might be both. Dark Urshifu, I would say just because of its Unite move, it's cringe. Right? I think just because of its Unite move, it's cringe. Dragapult is based. Comfey is cringe Pokemon. I don't think it's the player necessarily makes it look cringe, because you can't even notice that the player does anything, because they just attach to a Pokemon. So, I mean, I guess they're kind of cringe players because they only attach to one Pokemon the entire game, but you literally can't even tell. Zacian... Zacian is just a cringe Pokemon, I would say. Right? Zacian is just a cringe Pokemon. I don't think it's double. I think it's just a cringe Pokemon. Goodra is pretty wholesome. Lapras? I don't know. What is Lapras? Is what is Lapras? Cringe Pokemon? The Unite move is cringe. Nothing else to say. The Unite move is absolutely cringe. I think Chandelure is pretty based. Umbreon is absolutely cringe. Mean look. I don't think we have to talk much about it. Leafeon is pretty cringe. Inteleon is pretty cringe. I think Scyther is pretty based. Mewtwo X. I think Mewtwo X is a cringe Pokemon and Mewtwo Y might be both. The Pokemon is cringe, and actually, I think it's just the player. I don't think this is Mewtwo Y cringe Pokemon by definition? I think the players make it seem much more cringe than the Pokemon actually is. Because Mewtwo Y players just stay in your lane and auto-attack you until the end of time after level 5. I think it's just the players who like just don't rotate out of jungle or something and just stay in your lane and just auto-attack you. Might be just the cringe player. Maybe it's both. Maybe it's both. Blaziken is pretty based, I would say. I think Mimikyu. I don't know. Mimikyu is hard to judge. I'm gonna be biased on Mimikyu because I'm spamming it right now myself. Mimikyu is both. Mimikyu is cringe. Oh no. Oh no. It's alright for now. I think it's too early to rank it. I can't. I don't know, man. Surging Strikes Urshifu is both. Like, when I play Urshifu myself, I'm cringe. Because I dive their Fluxstone at the end of time. If you play Urshifu and Surging Strikes, you're going to be cringe. You honor the enemy goal the entire game. It just feels cringe. It looks cringe to play against. It's cringe. Oh, man. And Mimikyu, yeah, I don't know. Mimikyu, I don't know if I can judge it yet. But I think Blaziken is pretty based, right? Or not? So yeah. Do we make any changes? Does this look good? Does this look good? I think it looks quite normal. Maybe Blissey is I'm a bit too harsh on Blissey. But man, I don't know. I think Blissey might actually just be the player. Honestly, Blissey's just, yeah, Blissey's not that big cringe, right? I think the Pokemon is not cringe. I think it's more the players that make it seem cringe. Maybe. Just the player. Crustle is a bit... No, I think Crustle is fine now. Crustle used to be... I said Crustle used to be cringe. But it's not anymore. Too harsh on Mew? Nah, I'm not too harsh on Mew. I'm not. Absolutely not. So yeah, let me know what you guys think about this, and please don't hate me too much.